CoastLife, one thing that I've really been getting into lately is actually classical music, believe it or not. I think it's a relaxing way to start my day, especially when things do get hectic, they get stressful, or just a nice background music for when I'm cooking.
Always great because there's no lyrics in most of that, you don't engage that part of your brain. It can be a great background. It can be really nice when you're doing something creative, cooking, cleaning. It's great for all that stuff.
That's right. But the best way to experience it is in person. We've got Jim Anderson, the music director with the Southern Delaware Orchestra, or SoDello, as you may be familiar. And you guys have some upcoming shows.
We do. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being
I'm really
here.
excited to talk about these programs.
Yes.
We are calling them the Sounds of Spring.
Love it.
And so it's an attempt to usher in the warm weather by using music. And the program is framed by two river-themed pieces.
Ooh.
So we open with a work by Bedřich Smetana called The Moldau, which is a tone poem from a larger orchestral collection of 6 tone poems. And the Moldau is one of the great rivers in Europe. And so you get to hear sort of these aquatic themes as we start with little rivulets by the flutes and the clarinets. And we take this journey down the Moldau, and it ends in triumph in the city of Prague.
Love it.
I love 2 things about this. Number 1, if you can manage to usher in spring with this music, I will throw you guys a parade because it feels like we've been waiting for spring. And number 2, the word rivulets is fascinating. It's my favorite.
So I think, music is an emotional experience, right? And so we've chosen a program that's filled with joy and also with these natural themes, right? So that we close with one of the great orchestral pieces, the Blue Danube, right, by Strauss. And this is another river theme, right? So we're waltzing along the Blue Danube. This piece is a collection of 5 different waltzes. And of course, Vienna is the city of waltz, right? And so a very elegant stroll down the riverside with that piece.
So clearly there's a theme here that you guys have gone with. How do you decide when you're putting all this together, when you're setting up your shows, how does that decision-making process to find a theme come together?
Sure. Programming is one of the things that I love to do the most, right? And I'm always looking for some sort of connecting thread. So this idea of rivers as bookends is a useful way to structure the program. But we're also using one of the tried and true methods of programming, which is we open with this overture, the Moldau, and then we have a concerto by Joseph Haydn, his trumpet concerto in E flat. And this features the incredible talents of Dr. Brianne Borden, one of my colleagues at the University of Delaware. And the piece was written really for a revolutionary instrument that is the keyed trumpet. So it was something that was able to play with chromatic lines, which was a new development. And it really shows the athleticism and the musicality that the instrument can feature as a solo instrument. And again, it's one of the most joyous pieces you're going to hear. And then so we have this overture concerto and then, of course, a symphony. Right, and that's a very common form for programming. And in that piece, we're using Schubert's Unfinished Symphony, Symphony Number 8. And what's interesting about that, why it was left unfinished, is a bit of a mystery. We only have 2 movements, the first and second movement, and so the Blue Danube is going to come at the end of the program as substituting as the 3rd movement.
I like that.
So.
Just kind of fits right in there, slides in.
And I'll just put a little teaser in there. If we get a lot of love at the end of the performance, lots of applause, there might be something that could substitute for the 4th movement.
A little something extra,
little something
possibly.
Okay, so bring your audience participation with you. For some folks out there, you're hearing a lot of sort of music education terms thrown at you, and it can be a little overwhelming. How would you encourage people to come out anyway and enjoy a symphony or an orchestral piece?
Yeah, I think experiencing live music is a personal experience, right? And so I think you can focus on that emotional aspect. I think it's very fair to say that you should allow the music to take you in a variety of different directions. So we have these thematic elements that sort of unify it, but your experience of it is unique, and that should be celebrated.
Yes. So you've got some shows coming up. Give people the when, the where, and how much money they got to bring to the door.
Well, so April 26th and April 27th are the shows, both 24th are at 3 p.m. On the 26th, we're at Indian Rivers High School in Dagsboro. And then on the 27th at Cape Henlopen here in Lewis. And so, all the information can be found at our website, sedelomusic.org, and they can purchase tickets there.
Fantastic. And then you also have a show coming up in August, looking ahead a little bit, but if people want to clear their schedules for that, what's going on then?
So we have a Summer Pops program here, actually going to be offering 3 programs on July 19th and 20th, which is very exciting. And those dates, again, locations are still being worked out, but can be found on the website. But we're excited to have our first performance at the Freeman Stage on August 12th. So that's a big deal for us, and we're really incredibly grateful for that opportunity.
That's going to be awesome. So there's a lot of music coming at you. Like we said, you can go check things out at their website. One more time for us, Jim.
It's sodelomusic.org.
Fantastic.
He's good at this.
Yeah.
See how that worked?
Amazing. So thank you, Jim, for coming in today and getting us excited for some music to get us carried away on a musical river. I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
So take that time, go grab your tickets while we take a quick break. But when we come back, we're not done celebrating spring. We're headed to the tulips.